Generally, the startup founders in India, maybe abroad also, are not aware of the actual dynamics and terminologies of funding. They are aggressive, they're charged, they're positive. They look up to the entrepreneurs who have been established very fast, attained growth, got fundings from various investors. Everybody look up to the successful people around them. If we talk of one example of film industry, Shah Rukh Khan, he started from nowhere from a series called Fauji and became a stupendous success. More than 100,000 people ran to Mumbai to become Shah Rukh Khan. In this series also, you will also find that it is a ratio 1:9. Out of 10, only 1 or maximum 2 fundraisers get success to get investments, starting with seed capital, followed by other funding rounds. Now let us start with seed capital. What is seed funding? The terminology itself says seed, the beginning. The funding required to begin a venture, to start an enterprise, to materialize an idea. It is a difficult time for every entrepreneur. If we describe it, seed funding is the first investment in a startup company in exchange for equity, partial ownership of the company. I mentioned the same in my previous episodes of my series, Fundraising Mistakes. Things are generally common, but change the face, change the size, change the magnitude in business. We can talk on all the subjects, may it be sales, production, quality control, human resource, market development. But to be precise, let's concentrate on finance and funding. Seed funding is the first investment, I repeat, in a startup company in exchange for equity or a partial ownership of the company. Seed funding can come from a variety of sources. It can be friends, family, and angel investor, crowdfunding, and startup accelerators. Because no lunch is served free in the world. It's a very old saying. Even if you take money from your friend, you would like to have a part of your business enterprise. A family, same. Only your father, mother would not ask for this. The reason for seed money is to help startup founders test an idea, to see if they demonstrate some product fitting to the market. To get seed funding, it is really about networking as well as selling the dream and the team. Your dream and your team's inputs. Seed funding varies widely from just tens of thousands of, if we talk of dollars, if we talk of rupees, tens of lakhs, and goes up to 10 crore rupees, depending upon the size, type of your idea, of your product. The equity given up in exchange for the seed funding is generally in the range of 10 to 25%. I mentioned in my previous episodes also, the equity or the part of the company or the share of the company to be divested, the seed funding investor ranges between 10 to 25%. It should ideally be under 25%, or rather under 20%. Because if you set the benchmark for 25% for seed capital investor, you're into a slight problem by the following investors for series A, B, C, or maybe more. Again, here, average and valuation is taken into consideration before somebody invests his money in form of seed funds in your company. Average seed funding amount in 2020 had been $2+ million. In the Western world, in India, it had been 5 to 7 crore rupees. Average seed funding startup valuation, the pre-money valuation of a startup receiving seed funding, is around $8 to $10 million. If we talk about crores, 50 to 100 crores. In India, seed funding investors. Who are the seed funding investors? You can find a big list online, a part of your hard work. But to help you, I'm giving few names here on. Some major resources of seed funding investors beyond friends and family include angel investors, accelerators, and micro VCs. Seed funds from large corporations such as Intel, Google, FedEx offer seed funding to the promising startups working on innovative technologies. Amazon has also come forward with this kind of seed funding investments to various startups all over the world. And these people might be good acquisition candidates later on because they're actually the big investors. They start from A to Z. They're always there. A short list for your ready reference of the most active seed investors: Startup Chili, Hyde Ventures, Crowdcube, Innovation Works, again 500 startups, Innova Memphis, Entrepreneur Round Table, Berkeley Skydeck Fund, Quake Capital Partners. These are the few under 10 names which I have mentioned. You can add at least 20 to 30 to get the success, to ensure the success the funds can give you. I hope you will like it. Let's now move to further rounds of funding, A, B, C, and D, in our next episode. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Stay blessed.